The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Happy New Year! 2025 has arrived. You're looking live at Tostitos Champ. Oh, they got rid of the presents. There's one kind of poor, pitiful present. Opened up
that's
over on the left.
Box.
Right.
So you said that's a Cowboys box. Wow.
That's the regifted one. That's the regift.
Looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is a beautiful day. It's 56 degrees. It's sunny. The high is 60. The low is 36.
He is Shannon. That is Nate. I like that shirt, Kurt. That is Kurt. In the back is Chris Bean keeping us live. And local, I am Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak.
Hey!
There we go.
We got some company in the back.
Yeah.
Brought to you each and every day by Wingstop, where flavor gets its
Wings.
School's still out. How are y'all?
Good.
How was New Year's? I want to hear all about it. Nate, what'd you do?
In the bed by 8:30, sleep by 10. I did it. Woke me up at 12. All the guns popping.
Yeah.
My wife like, oh, they shooting firecrackers. I said, there's a few guns mixed in there. Luckily, we're in the house.
Kurt.
Pretty quiet, just home watching movies. Didn't do much.
Now, what movies you watch?
That Saturday Night Live one, the one that talked about the first show. So
Oh, hadn't heard about that.
yeah,
It's good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Jesse?
Church.
Yeah, all night?
All night.
Till what time?
To 12.
Wow.
Really, church to 12? That's
10,
cool.
10 to 12.
10 to 12.
10 to 12. I was at the house and then I just drove over 10 to 12.
That is cool.
What did you do?
Gray was asleep at 8:30. I thought he was going to wake up before midnight. He woke up at 3:30, so I played video games till 3:30, and then we went back to sleep.
All right.
So
You know what, man?
Did y'all tell each other Happy New Year on the game? Like while y'all gaming?
oh yeah, So if you were playing the game,
Yeah. Somebody told me to give you something.
at midnight, backpack. Buddy, we got a new owner of the backpack.
Who is the owner?
He's upstairs.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We'll leave it in there.
Yeah.
Inside
For a little
joke.
while. Yeah. But if you were playing in the game, if you were in Fortnite, in different time zones every midnight, no matter what you were doing,
Right.
your guy you could be in a battle and your guy would lock up and a disco ball would light up over his head and he would start dancing and fireworks would go off for about, 5 or 10 seconds, Chris?
Yeah, about 5 or 10 seconds.
And then whatever you were doing, you go right back to it.
right back to it.
That's pretty dope.
Y'all notice I got on
Top of the hour.
Mike Irvin clothing line?
Yes, you look nice.
He had a clothesline at one point in time.
Yeah, this is clothing line.
Is
See
it?
what color it is?
Black.
Yeah, black clothing line. You can't see us. No,
But
yeah,
he actually did have a clothing
Yeah,
line
he
one
did,
time.
he did.
We were actually dressed and if you go back and you
On the
watch
show?
the show,
Really?
any clothes that we were dressed in outside of the uniform workout stuff was Michael Irvin clothing line.
Really
Yep.
interesting.
Well,
Well,
with the old year, we saw the departure of
His boy.
Cowboy great, Ezekiel Elliott for the second time. Asked for his release. I'm assuming he did that in case somebody wanted to pick him up going into the playoffs, right? Because he wasn't going to be around here. Is that what happened?
Well, he's hoping.
Yeah.
oh Lord Jesus!
I'm not sure who would pick him up.
Yeah.
Maybe the Commanders with Quinn. Do they need another back?
Oh my God! You know what? You know what? At least everybody is going along with the same line, Jess. At least everybody's fellas.
The company.
We did not make the playoffs because we were not a very good team.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like this dude is Joe Burrows, okay? So if he could have changed his team,
He'd have been out.
Well, the reality is you were second third string
That-
running back on a.
Come on, that's what I'm
Not good.
Thank you. And I'm saying to myself,
Sound like you're the-
finally
the
Curtis
starting running
cursed
back.
him out of here.
Yeah.
Finally
got him out of
3
here.
pumps has cursed him out of here.
Would he have had any kind of inclination that maybe there's a? I mean, why else would he do it? Just doesn't want to.
It was a mutually
Practice the last
agreed
2
upon, man.
My co-host made a good point this morning, Jeff Kavanaugh. He said probably because they came to him and was like, "Listen, last game of the season, we're probably going to try to give,
Yes.
Cooks and maybe what's a little tink name, Deuce.
So wrong.
What is that,
Little tink.
I would love.
Oh, my God.
I would love to suit Jesse up and line him up across 10 yards across from Tink
Yeah.
and
He don't want
see
no parts of this.
who'd work you
Jesse
over.
will get him
He
for
don't
one
want no
play.
parts of this.
Because if you see how he built,
He don't want no parts of this.
Jesse, you'll get him one play after that.
Nah, that's about it.
Yeah.
You think you got one in
Oh,
you?
he got.
I got
Jesse will blow him up in one play.
I got 3 plays in me. That's about it after that.
I got 3. See that? The one play to get there, one play to actually do it, and one play to get
walk back.
You'd be like, Nate, would you say 0 to 4 yards? You could beat anybody.
That's right, 0 to 4 yards, baby.
But it was just like we're probably not going to dress you this week. And if that's the case, it's probably like just
Let me go.
let me go.
That
That
makes
means I
sense,
don't
I
have to come to
guess.
meetings. I don't have to come to practice. I don't have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm not going to play on Sunday, then don't stand. I don't want to stand on the sideline in street clothes and
makes
just go ahead and do us all a favor. Let me not be a bothersome to you this week. Let me not.
That just seems if that is the case, that just seems like a.
That is more of a real case than what everybody else is putting up.
If that's the case, though, that just doesn't seem. Finish out the season with the team, probably your career. Finish out your career with the team that
because he
drafted
went
you.
unclaimed in waivers, so no one claimed him.
Yeah, that just seems like a.
And he was on the minimum, I believe, right?
I want to say
Because you pick up their contract if you play.
right.
It wasn't
Yeah,
any
so
big
he was
contract.
like-
I mean,
league minimum.
yeah, 1 week. Yeah, 1 week left.
That just
right?
seems. So, question for you guys. I know my answer, but I'll throw it out there because Kurt put it in there. Think he's Ring of Honor worthy? Because he had a good, solid career, but then
Is Romo?
So all right. So here's the thing.
Romo, yes.
So okay. So
Why
here-
he's not in?
and that's like the thing about the Ring of Honor. What makes it so unique? There is no true criteria.
No.
It's what Jerry feels
It's like, what's today?
right.
Where's the wind
There's
blowing?
like
You're in.
there's no criteria to what on who goes in. It's what Jerry did. Because if we're talking about criteria, then Jimmy should have been in long before. Was it last year? Year before last? It should have been long before that. So it's all about. Because then you ask the question: well, if Zeke goes in, is Des Bryant Ring of Honor worthy?
Yeah.
You know what I
There's
mean?
A lot of guys.
There's a lot of guys who you can ask.
Then Witten get at. Yeah, I got asked about Witten too.
I think Witten will get
Witten's
in.
in.
I think Witten gets in, but like Zeke's right now is 3rd all time on the rushing list, right?
Yep.
Well, Dez is number 1 in touchdowns, right? Like, so like Zeke's a 2-time rush champion, and so there's always. It's all about
Who
when Jerry wakes up, what does he feel?
who is not in right now that you would put in? My current players, the last 20 years, 15, 20 years.
15 or 20.
Witten.
Right, Witt.
His time isn't up yet, though. I mean, well, I guess, like you said,
There's
it's up
no
to
time when
Jerry.
it comes to Ring
it's
of
up to
Honor, I
Jerry.
don't
Yeah.
They prefer you put the guy in the Ring of Honor before they
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. They prefer that.
It's kind of like a prerequisite, right?
Yeah,
Before or
I
after?
like the Ring of Honor how it is, man. And ain't nobody did nothing to get in there. None of them. None of them.
What do you mean?
Good and just great. Nah.
Gotta be elite, special.
Outstanding. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. If you took that long to put the original number 88 in, he was excellent. He was a playmaker. He did it all. He made the all-decade team. Come on now, bro. If it take you 80 years to put him in, it should take 95 to put the rest of these dudes in.
Should you have to win a Super Bowl to be in the Ring of Honor?
Not necessarily.
Well, I
It'll
guess
help.
if you were a transcendent guy like Calvin Johnson or somebody like that, obviously you go in. But
Marcus Ware.
You have to get close, right?
DeMarcus Ware won the
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
one, just not here.
Just not
DeMarcus
here.
Ware won
No,
the Super Bowl.
well, that's
Don't curse him.
Marcus Ware.
Where is
How
it?
can I curse?
Take his name out your mouth.
He's in. What am I
We
gonna
do not want you mentioning no names, Mr. Pretty Purple Shirt.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
All right,
I don't know if he's in it. I don't know.
Zeke. I don't
don't
think
know.
he is. I think
I don't
Romo's.
think he is either.
I think Romo's on the fence. If Romo goes in, I think Jerry would have to put him in because Jerry found him. I think that would be the reason why. If
No
he
one
was
goes
just
in
some-
unless Jerry says. So it's all about
And then
Jerry's decision.
who did he give that mantle to when he eventually?
Well, I'm just saying he's a
leaves?
Jerry guy. So
Right.
if he doesn't get in with Jerry, I don't think he ever gets in after that.
See, I think it's tough with Tony because the playoff success isn't there.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
Right.
tough.
Is he the 21st century Danny White?
No,
Easily.
because Danny White
But
could
that-
kick.
But Danny White didn't.
He went to
had
NFC
playoff-
champion.
Yeah.
NFC
Yeah, so I'm saying, like,
championship.
he had-
That's
he
what
had
I'm
some
saying.
playoff.
Yeah.
If Romo's going in, I mean,
You got to
that's
put Danny in.
Danny would. I mean,
Right.
Danny in that same mold.
I mean, Romo broke all Danny's records, so passing records, that is.
I think he's on the. I think Witten's in. I think Zeke is not. I think Romo's iffy, and then I think that's it. And then obviously Zach Martin.
Last
Tyron
one went in.
Smith,
Who was the
maybe.
last one to go into the Ring of Honor?
D. Ware and Jimmy Johnson.
And for the next 45 years, that should be the last of it.
There's no old
45
timers
years.
you think should go in. A lot of people think.
Yeah, it's 100 of them
Cornell
should be in there,
Green
but they're not. It's people. If you check a lot of these guys resume in the years that they played and the outstanding players that they were.
They're what?
Resume
what?
Their resume?
Their resume, whatever.
spelled the same.
Yeah, but you know what? It is the same.
Well, that's how Nate feels about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you'd feel that way.
Thanks.
about
See
it.
how your boy looked out for me?
Nah, I mean,
No, I don't want to hear that. You, John, you want to get you a good laugh. Your boy took away your good laugh.
I'm gonna get that in. We gonna get them laughs.
Yeah. So when you make your mistake,
You gonna let me know? You ain't gonna let me pass. Trust me. I know.
There ain't no passes on this
Listen,
show.
if you didn't, I would feel.
resume, Jesse.
If you didn't,
You know-
I would feel some kind of way.
He wouldn't. He wasn't paying attention to the show. He was checked out.
Yeah, like if you didn't, I'd be like, wait, you let me get away with that? No, you tripping.
Let me tell y'all something,
slipping.
man.
No passes on this show.
We when you keeping it real, the thing that has made the Cowboys, ruining the Cowboys, that's Super Bowls. The thing that made us special for a long time now is you know, when you sell that right there so hard, fans don't forget. So when you start putting people into your select Ring of Honor and how you have to be glorified, those questions are going to be the ones they put to the forefront. Well, he didn't do this. He didn't get to the NFC Championship. This guy did this. Just freeze and let's see if you can get somebody going in the right direction. You know, that's what I
agree.
say.
I agree with you.
All right, Pro Bowl. 5 guys made it. Aubrey, Lamb, Parsons, Smith, and
I just
Turpin.
knew I was on the right word when I said resume.
No, that's all
Go ahead.
good. You were there.
I knew I was going to let it slide.
No, I
And
know
I looked
you
at him
was.
and he was laughing.
And
I was
then he
like,
figured
okay.
out the spelling, and then Jesse over there.
And I was like, all right.
No, I knew what you meant.
If
I
Jesse-
knew what you meant.
Yeah,
I
but
knew
you
what
wanted
you
to
meant.
get your little groove
Yeah,
on,
but
man.
you gotta don't forget the accent in that. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the accent in that. You gotta.
I was like, if Jesse laughing, it's okay for me to laugh.
No, it's all right for you to laugh from the
Listen,
start.
If you didn't say it twice, you just would have said it once.
Yeah, it would have been okay.
It would have been okay. But you doubled down on
You
it.
doubled down on it.
That's when you know.
Thanks, Kurt.
Yeah.
What do they call that? A tilde?
But if I'd have hit it
Little
3
mark.
times, if I hit it 3 times, you'd have let it go.
No. No.
He just stopped the show.
I would have been
He
more.
went,
I
"Hold
would have
up.
been more
Stop,
boisterous
stop,
than that. I
stop."
would have been like,
Hey, that package, these people, something. You said it was a note in this
Yeah.
package. Where was the note?
I don't know. You just now opened it?
that's
It was
so
3
random.
weeks ago.
No. My wife took the thing and she moved it, so it went out of my sight. And so yesterday I'm like, okay. So I saw the box and it was empty. I said, babe, it was a note in that box that I was supposed to get with these people. And I said, you took it out of my sight. So I said, I got to go apologize, tell these people, thank you for the gifts and apologize.
I'll just get them to resend it.
Yeah.
Resend the whole box.
Not the whole box, just the note.
Just the note, okay.
And I apologize.
Okay.
I really do apologize. You gave me that 2 weeks ago.
I'll just email them.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah.
You be like you be tunnel vision. Like
Dude.
you lock in on what you lock in on, and if that thing get out of your periphery,
You get out of my resume.
You know what? That should just be the default word about anything.
resume.
Doesn't even have to be about a resume or resume. Just I
Gotta
gotta go-
either
I
ask
gotta-
or
I need to go down to the bathroom and resume myself. Anybody that should have made the Pro Bowl that didn't? Anybody that made it that shouldn't have?
It's good. Thing.
Probably not.
It's good.
I mean, Turpin's the best returner. Aubrey's the best kicker. Micah's Micah. CD's been a dog, and Tyler has just been quietly
Doing his
balling,
job.
folks.
Yeah.
So
Sure, nobody else.
Okay. This game. Well, let's take a break. We did enough for the first segment. Let's take a break. When we come back,
We'll resume.
we can
we will resume the show
resume the show.
right after this on Hanging with the Boys.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets at Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. They sure make game day special, and for every purchase of the new Tyson Cowboys Nuggets this holiday season, Tyson Foods will donate $1 to the Salvation Army up to $100,000. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together, and we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. Kurt,
Yeah.
swing by your local 7-Eleven and grab your favorite item from the roller grill. Then enjoy a big gulp.
Oh, big gulp, son.
For just 89 cents, valid at participating stores. Fill up and get ready for game day, the last game of the season. And we are the second to last show?
Yeah,
Daily show of the season. Jess, did you start your fast yet?
you see it.
How's it going so far? One day in?
I'm getting tired. Like I'm getting tired today. Like I can feel.
Did you start yesterday? What's the
Just nothing but water the next week.
Yeah.
where you hit? What day do you hit bottom and then you start bouncing back?
3.
Day 3 is bottom. You bottom out, and then day 4 you start coming out of
Day
it.
3 is hell. Day 3
Is day 3 tomorrow?
Yep. You were gonna bring
Great.
You were gonna bring us some roller grill tomorrow too. You're gonna do that to Jesse?
Nah, I won't do that to him.
That doesn't bother me. Like I walked down to the cafe and got water, so like the food stuff doesn't bother me.
Just your energy level.
But it's just my energy level, and then like the headaches.
I could tell you dragging a little bit.
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Your energy's a little lower.
Just,
Tomorrow, so it'll be a good show tomorrow for our last show of the year.
just drag me in. You're not gonna have to backpack me. You're gonna have to
Nate, bring
Nate,
your
you got to
backpack.
bring your backpack. You got to backpack me, big boy.
Cool, thanks, Nate. Moving on.
It's gonna be a long week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. Trey Lance. At this point, does it even matter? Would you start him? Would you not? Like, I think you'd. I mean, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you put him out there, you're gonna get some heat for. Again, it brings up the why did we give up a fourth round? And then if he goes out there and he's lights out, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
why didn't you do this earlier? why did you know? And then do you? What's the point of putting him out there? Would you put him out there this game, Kurt?
There's an interesting tweet out that came out.
You're about to look.
Oh, do you want to do it?
No, you got it. You got it. You're on it. You're on
So,
it. You're on it.
Cooper Rush, if he plays 55% of the team snaps this year, he gets a $500,000 bonus. Right now he's at 52.5. So he basically has to play the entire game to get over 55%.
Does that count against the cap?
Yep.
It does.
100%.
So,
And
do you show good faith and say thanks for, guiding the ship while we're down, and say
Take care of your guy?
Here's your snaps, or do you say, yeah,
like I said, I know one person that wants all the snaps tomorrow. And that's Cooper Rush. I think he gets like 250,000 for like 47% or something like that. So yeah. So
How terrible would it be if they let him play like a half and then pulled him out where he was like 1 percentage point? I think he was 10 snaps from doing it.
I never prayed for a player to get hurt before in my life, but if I was on that sideline and they did that to me, I'll be invoking all of the prayers I can and be like, an ankle. I need to get back in there and finish this game out.
Would y'all play him? Is there any upside to playing him?
playing Trey?
Yeah.
No.
At this point, no. What's the point, right?
There's no point. There's no point.
Because if he goes out and he's lights out, are you bringing him back?
Yeah, it could be a preseason game anyway. So what are you going to learn?
We learned already. We saw him in 3 of them.
Yeah.
We saw him throw 5 interceptions in one of them.
Nate told us about 9 weeks ago that he wasn't talking about that anymore.
Yeah.
And he's right. He's still not talking about it.
It's just I don't see. There's nothing that he can do good. There's nothing he can do good enough that will change the thought process.
Right.
Like if you're saying to me that in week 18 that his performance will determine anything, then what were you doing the last 17 weeks?
Yeah.
Like you evaluated him in the classroom. You saw him on the scout team. You know what you have.
Right.
Part of the reason, a large majority of the reason why Trey Lance isn't playing because you know what you have. And if he was, because remember, we went a month. We went 6 weeks, if you add the buy-in to that, where we didn't have a victory. 6 weeks. I don't think we won in the month of October. Was it October? Yeah. Don't think we won the month of October. If you were looking for a change, a spark, a new wrinkle, or what have you, he would have been in there. Well, you had every reason to go, hey, we need to change. We need a new spark. We need to do something different than what we've been doing the last 6 weeks where we did not get a victory, and they didn't. That is where it all tells a picture, and I don't see the point. This is true Cooper Rush job. Let him go ahead and finish it.
What do you think?
Me? No. I mean, there's no, like Jesse said, to me, there's no upside. The only, from the organizational standpoint, the only bad juju can happen if you play him. It's like, and I think you know what you got. It's kind of like Coach McCarthy. I think they know what they're going to do after the season. I don't think this game, unless you just go out there and you lose 60-0, I think they know what they're doing. say the right things and follow the right protocols. But I think they know I think they know who's coming back and who's not. I don't think this game means anything unless they just completely lay down.
And even there, I don't think that even matters.
Yeah, because they know what this game is.
This is week 18. This game means absolutely nothing. I mean,
it means something to them.
We can spoil and give them a lesser seed and have them have to travel to Philadelphia, because right now that's what Washington is at. It's they're trying to maintain that 6 or 7 seed. 7 seed, you got to go to Philadelphia. 6 seed, you got to play the Rams. So I mean, pick your poison.
You better take your chair with Philadelphia.
Yeah, pick your poison.
You know what I mean? You got to go out there with the Rams, boy.
So that's the thing. So for them, I don't. It doesn't mean much to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So whether they go out there and they may go out there and put up a stinker, they may not. But then at the end of the day, how many guys can you rest?
Yeah.
Can't rest that many. What, 6, 8? Can't rest that many. So a lot of these guys are gonna have to play.
There's always a chance of injury. So
yeah, you gonna dress out all your linemen.
Yeah.
All your linemen gonna dress out.
Right.
You gotta have 10 of them, or 8 of them, whatever. But all of them gonna dress out. But I mean, the Trey Lance experiment. It's got to just chalk this. Like Jerry said last week when he talked about basically making the mistake of, just sometimes you just can't, plug and play guys. You know what I'm saying? Draft them and then all of a sudden he's this is the next thing that you have to admit that that just didn't go right for you.
Yeah.
You gambled on a guy who you thought, and whether that gamble had anything to do with you were trying to level the playing field or gain some leverage with Dak Prescott to see if he would fold or not. If that was the case, but you gambled on the dude who did not come up the way you thought he would.
Something was mind blowing to me today when I heard it. I just looked it up to see some other guys that
you heard it on Instagram.
No, I heard it on the radio.
You 1 for 1 on that Instagram.
I am.
Though.
Isn't that a crazy stat?
Yeah.
It's like there's no way that's possible.
You 1 for 1 on that.
Thanks,
Instagram.
Kurt, for backing me up, because we would have just dismissed that if you wouldn't have backed me up. Sam Darnold is younger than both Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. I thought Sam Darnold was an old dude. Other quarterbacks that are older than Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, that makes sense. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff.
So what are the ages?
Sam Darnold's 27. Burrow's 27, Lamar's 27, but I guess and so is Kyler Murray, but by years, I guess by months he's younger. So that blew my mind when I heard it earlier today. So let's talk about the quarterback position. Jaden Daniels, another young guy. When we come back from our break, I want to get y'all's thoughts. Is he the real deal? And is what he's doing sustainable with the way that he plays the game? Also a Pro Bowler. When we come back on Hanging with the Boys. Be right back.
How's Wingstop sound? Crispy, juicy classic wings, sauced and tossed in those 11 soul-satisfying flavors. Paired with hand-cut seasoned fries, house-made honey mustard, blue cheese, or signature Wingstop ranch. I think you've heard enough. Get your flavor delivered at wingstop.com.
This is Nate Newton from Hanging with the Boys, and Wingstop is here to bring the flavor to game day as the official wings of the Dallas Cowboys. Order now by downloading the Wingstop app or ordering online at wingstop.com.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Fall is here, and that means football is back, bringing all the delicious game day foods with it. As you prep for all the big games, tailgates, and watch parties, let Yo Quiero be your one-stop destination for all things home gating. Yo Quiero's fresh, flavorful, ready-to-serve guacamole, made with real Hass avocados, will score taste bud touchdowns as you cheer on the Cowboys. Yo Quiero's wide range of mouth-watering and versatile products can be found in your local grocery store's produce or deli section. Grab some today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, the 2024 football season is here, And SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the touchdown celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Cowboys football games or to any other live event, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back. Whoa.
Okay.
Final,
hey.
final segment
big
of
go-
Hanging with
big
the
go,
Boys. Brought to you by Jigsaw. Let me that
Big gulp, son.
Big go, man.
Brought to you by Jigsaw,
see you
the
later.
proud dating partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Man, let's resume the show.
I gotta give a shout out. I gotta give a shout out to Lee. Lee. I saw Lee at the movies. This a couple days ago, maybe a week ago.
Male or female?
Male.
Male. Okay.
Male. So he watches the show. Big fan of the
Hey,
show.
what's up, Lee?
Shout out to Lee. Appreciate you, brother. Took a picture and everything, all that good stuff.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
They're everywhere. Our listeners. Thanks for
You
listening,
never know.
Lee.
You never know. That's
You
why I was.
never
That's why I was on my. I'm always on my P's and Q's, man. I'm always in my best behavior.
What movie did you see? Are you allowed to disclose it? Was it a?
Yeah, Mufasa.
Oh, okay.
Who?
Mufasa.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
Didn't know if it was one of those blacklight theaters or.
What's a black light theater?
Don't worry about it. Till the show's over.
Oh, black light. Oh, I thought you was being racist. My fault.
No.
My bad. I was like, wait, what's that? My bad. I thought you was.
No. Not at all.
Not that you are racist the other time, but I just thought you'd like, Anyway, go ahead. Continue the show.
Okay.
Yeah. Resume.
All right. Jaden Daniels. Real deal? Real deal, or do you think his what he's doing is sustainable? Do you think is he going to have a sophomore slump after this year? Now that there's tape out on him and people have kind of figured out because he's been playing really well, runs really well, sees the field really well. I didn't think he was going to be a good NFL quarterback because he's so thin, man. He just looks frail, but proved me wrong. He's had a hell of a year. What do you guys think?
I don't think the running at the way he runs is sustainable, but he's more than good enough. Now, it will be very important that going forward, for Dan Quinn to continue to put good talent around him, because that's when these guys begin to struggle. It's when I don't have the pieces. Now, right now, you have Terry McLaurin and you have De'Ami Brown, you have Zach Ertz, who's getting older in cash. You got Luke McCaffrey, but you got to just continue to find ways to put talent around him. Keep that roster building, keep that roster growing. If he has a talent around him, yeah, I think Washington's found their guy. They found their guy for the next 10, 12 years. His only thing that I think that will hinder him is the body breaking down, and it's easy when you're young, but those hits they take their toll. So he has to learn
6th or something in sacks taken, something like that, pretty high. So.
All right, and another Pro Bowler on their team. What do you think about Daniels, Nate? Before we move on,
Everything Jesse said. That kid is accurate, man.
Yeah,
that kid is accurate. That's what we look for in a league: anticipation, accuracy. If he knows, if he makes up his mind, he can get it there and he can put it there on time. And to be honest with you, I did not know anything about this kid coming out of LSU from Arizona. I didn't. And everywhere he's been, coaches have spoken highly of him. So I just think, man, Will, like the kid down south, the Texans kid, everybody's trying to put, well, he ain't this his second year. Well, his offensive line ain't either. And that goes to what Jesse said. That's your premier man. He can be very special. Will you keep him special? That bothers me about this league. They always find a way to take their best talent and destroy it, like Cincinnati's trying to do. Don't make no sense.
I'm gonna take a hard left turn since we're talking about quarterback position. If you're the Cowboys, you've got Dak. You signed him to the big contract, right? You signed him all the money. He's starting to have a history of injuries, right? He's starting to get bitten by the injury bug, right? And they're not small injuries. One more big injury, and you really have to start, I think, looking at the quarterback position, right? Like, okay, this is becoming a pattern. Regardless how much money you have tied up, you have to start thinking about, like, what are we doing in the future, right? If you're the Cowboys, are you thinking about that? You have to be thinking about that now, right? Like, because it ruins your season. Like, you would have made the playoffs if Dak, even all the other injuries. I think you would have made the playoffs with the way the season wound up if he would have been healthy. Because I think he's worth, 2 to 3 games by himself, maybe 3 to 4, just him. So if he gets hurt again next year, that wrecks another season. And you have all these assets and all this invested around him, but when he goes down, your season goes down the toilet. Are you starting to think about how do you address that? Because Cooper Rush is not the answer to get you into the playoffs. Trey Lance obviously isn't the answer. Do you go sign a really good, solid veteran guy? Do you address it in the draft? Do you have so much money tied up with him that you can't do either one? Like, what are you doing if you're the Cowboys? Do you wait till after this year where Stevens already said 2024 and 2025 are going to be tough? They're not going to go make a big investment at the backup spot. Like, how are you thinking that through as an organization?
And see, the frustrating thing is, and Jeff said this morning as well. You smoke away these 4th-round picks, and this is the round where you can go and get that backup quarterback.
That's where you got Dak,
guy, right? Like, that's when you go find a guy like that. But you smoke it away and you put it out there on Mingo, who's, I don't know how much his value will return on that, but you don't come into the season thinking about injury. Right? You know what I mean? Like, no team truly prepares themselves for a backup quarterback situation. You try to have the guy that you're most familiar with and that maybe can best run your system, or who played the best out of the guys that you had in training camp. But I forget who it was. It was a Colts. I don't know if it was. It definitely wasn't. It definitely wasn't. What's the black coach from the Colts? I think it was Mora. Who was before him?
Dungy?
Yeah, it wasn't Dungy. But they said, like, we don't prepare. We don't game plan for the backup quarterback. Like, we lose our quarterback, we're screwed. Yeah, that's just about it. Mostly all the teams. So I don't know how you truly prepare it, because anybody who is close to your starter will be a starter somewhere else. So anytime you get to the backup, you're screwed. Like, you're just screwed. That's just the nature of the beast. You can hope. And Cooper Rush, he's like, I think Cooper Rush might be like 12-5 in his 17 starts that he's had so far. He has a winning percentage as a starter, or 12-6 or something like that. But Cooper Rush has been fine in the sense of this way I had to deal with a backup quarterback. But you don't go into the year thinking Dak's going to get hurt again. You're going in saying, let's keep him healthy, because if he is healthy, he gives us the best chance to win.
Rush is 9-5.
9-5.
And was it Jim Caldwell? Was that the coach you're thinking of?
That was him.
Was Jim Caldwell? Yeah.
But don't you have to, at some point soon, start thinking about, or I guess the question would be,
draft a guy you can
how soon do you start thinking about the next step? Because the next major
think about it every year.
Yeah, some teams.
Like, it's a conversation every year. You like, now how many of the resources you want to put into it? Again, like I said earlier, that 4th-round pick is usually a good spot where you can go get a guy. He becomes your career backup or whatever. But you and this goes back to proper team building. If your team is built right and you've done things the right way the season before, barring any major injuries that will keep guys out from the season starting, you're not drafting with so much need. Like the Cowboys coming in this draft, you're drafting because you need offensive linemen. You need defensive linemen. You need another corner. You need another receiver. You need a running back. You need another linebacker. So you go in with so much need is that you don't have a chance to throw that dart at that quarterback in the 5th round because you need for your 5th round pick to be a part of what you're doing going forward. And so that's the part where the Cowboys put themselves in a bad situation. And that's why I think Cooper Rush keeps a job because they find themselves with so much need that you can't throw a dart at the guy in the 4th or 5th round because those picks have become essential in your roster building.
I would think unless they replace the coaching staff and all that, they'd want Rush back bad.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what would happen. They got a new coordinator, new offense, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, they're thinking about it because they gave away that 4th rounder for Trey Lance. It didn't work out, but I guess you're always evaluating, trying to see what's out there. I just wanted y'all's thoughts on, do you try to get a guy? Are you looking next year in the draft or this year, I guess?
All that.
Year. All the above?
All of it, yeah.
Thanks for resuming your attendance on the show, Nate. Nate, is there anything you want to talk about the last 2 minutes of the show?
I just really like how you guys have handled yourself today. It's been in order.
Thank you. Thank you. Kurt, anything you want to add to the show?
How can I top all this?
Well, I think we're done. Jesse, good show. I hope you feel better. Nate, thanks for contributing and wearing your Michael Irvin line of clothing.
One thing,
Kurt, beautiful shirt.
But the one thing that was very good and very consistent was, let's give him a hand, Jesse.
Jesse.
Thank you,
Low
Jesse,
energy, but right on point.
Yeah.
Got a little cloudy there at the end. He got that brain fog going. But
all you can do.
Yep. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Thanks for all the company in the back for attending the show and letting us resume on our schedule.
Yes, sir.
Jazz, I don't know if you're back there today because they haven't been in the back, but thanks for keeping
the Little Beams,
Chris, and the Little Beams company. See you on Fortnite tonight, and we will see you tomorrow for the last show of the year. It's going to be bittersweet tomorrow. Are we bringing gifts tomorrow? What are we doing tomorrow?
Honey buns.
Beer, alcohol,
honey buns,
French fries, honey buns, roller grill.
Champagne.
I don't know.
Who'd say shoulder pain?
I said champagne.
Oh, champagne.
Champagne.
I was like, shoulder pain.
I don't know.
Yeah, use that backpack. Shoulder pain.
Tune in to see what we do.
Yeah.
Tomorrow for the last
calls.
Yeah, let everybody
let's
tell
do
us
that.
goodbye. The whole show.
Computer.
Is he invited?
Don't call.
Computer, you can call if you want to.
Don't call.
You call.
I
Chris will
got you,
answer.
baby. I got you.
All right, fellas. Good stuff. See you tomorrow. Last show of the year on Hanging with the Boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this,